All right, guys, so the first injury report here in Week 4, where the Packers head back to Lambeau to take on the now 3-0 Minnesota Vikings, just came out. Still feels weird to say that the Vikings are 3-0, but they've earned it. They've played some really good football. Now the Packers have a tough test against them here in Week 4. But the first injury report just came out, including a long list of limited players. Only one did not participate. And of course, as always, an update on Jordan Love. Guys, go down and click that subscribe button if you happen to be a new viewer here to stay in the loop with everything Green Bay Packers, from injury reports, game live streams, PFF grades, and also now I'm starting to do a film review every week after every game. I did it today live. This will be a live thing, probably either Monday or Tuesday rather than on a Wednesday. If you want to go watch that though, you can rewatch it over on my channel under the live tab. The Green Bay Packers just came off a very impressive victory in Tennessee versus the Titans with backup quarterback Malik Willis. Now this week, they head back to Lambeau to take on the Vikings. And if you're looking to go watch the Packers live, that's where today's video sponsor, SeatGeek, comes in. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app. There are over 70,000 different events on SeatGeek, including concerts, sporting events, festivals, and more. And of course, like I said, the Packers heading back to Lambeau this week is something that you can take a look at on SeatGeek among all their future games to potentially go to. And the great thing about SeatGeek is they put all the tickets across the web in one place, so you don't have to worry if you're getting a good deal or not. Another great feature is each ticket is rated on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being good, 1 being bad. So basically, you look for the green dots for a great deal. Green means good, red means bad. And of course, I want everyone watching to be able to go watch a Green Bay Packers game live. So of course, I have a code for you guys to use. Use code Basaraski to get $20 off your first order on SeatGeek. That's $20 off your first purchase on SeatGeek with code Basaraski if you want to go take a look at Packers tickets or even concert tickets among the other events available on SeatGeek. Make sure you go down and click the link in the description and download the app to check it out. Again, thank you to SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. All right, so now back into the video, and let's take a dive down into the first injury report here in Week 4. And first, obviously, we got to talk about Jordan Love. He is back practicing yet again. Now, it was limited, but I think this is going to be the case yet again every day of practice, just like it was last week. You see here in this video, Jordan Love warming up, yet again has that metal brace over his left knee. Now, I may just be thinking it, but it does look like he's moving around a slight bit better than he was last week. You guys let me know down in the comments if you think that as well. But nonetheless, he's going to be limited all week, and he's going to carry a questionable designation going into this game. Like, it wouldn't make any sense to show your hand to Brian Flores and the Minnesota Vikings defense. Very similar to last week going into Tennessee. I mean, they didn't know who the quarterback was until 90 minutes before kickoff. They even had Jordan Love warming up out on the field in Tennessee. So it was a chance, and even Jordan Love said at his locker room today, I was very close to playing. So me personally, and I know I said this last week and I was wrong, but I do think Jordan Love returns this week. And last time the Packers played the Vikings, Jordan Love tore up this Minnesota defense. And yeah, it's a different defense. They added a lot of talent such as Grenard and Van Ginkel, who had 4 total sacks last week. But I'm confident in Matt LaFleur, man. And even if it's Malik Willis, I'm still confident in Matt LaFleur putting together a great game plan against a good Vikings defense. Here's one more video, Jordan Love. You'll see it turn into slow-mo. It's that traditional play action or handoff with the bootleg that they toss the ball out to him. And yeah, he's planning on that left leg, no problem. Doesn't look like he's favoring it at all, even landing on it there after throwing cross body. And it doesn't seem like it's a problem. So I think Jordan Love is very, very close. And I think he does play in this game. But again, let me know down in the comments. I know a lot of you wanted him to rest last week. You got your wish. We still got a W under Malik Willis. What do you think this week? Do you want him to play? All right, so now diving into the full injury report since we now covered Jordan Love. As you see, it's a pretty long one, and we'll take a look at the Vikings as well. It's not as long, but it's also pretty long. Starting at the top, Jaire Alexander. He is a new addition to this injury report. We didn't see him last week. This is a quadricep injury. We saw Jaire get his first career pick 6 last game, so hopefully this is nothing serious. It doesn't seem serious because he was limited in today's practice. We see Kenny Clark on the injury report with the toe injury, again, limited. Elton Jenkins, a veteran rest day. He was limited. Last week we saw did not participate with the illness/glute injury, so that's not even on here anymore. So it seemed like not a problem at all for Elgton Jenkins. He's just getting his simple veteran rest. Tucker Kraft, shoulder injury, was limited, again wearing a non-contact jersey. I always find that kind of funny. You know, you're going through practice, which obviously you don't want to re-injure his shoulder, but in game, I mean, he's lowering his shoulder into people, slamming into guys. I saw a funny comment, I think it was on one of my videos last week, and it said the Tucker Kraft non-contact jersey isn't for him. It's for the rest of the players on the defense at practice. Man, Tucker Kraft has been awesome. I saw so many plays in my film review I did today of him going out and executing great blocks to spring run plays even further. I've been very impressed with Tucker Kraft thus far. Jordan Love, knee, limited. Already talked about him. No surprise there. Jordan Morgan is the only did not participate today, and that's good. Obviously, you don't want to see any players not practicing, but to have just one player not practicing out of your entire 53, that's positive, right? And Jordan Morgan did not participate all last week, didn't play. Sean Ryan got his first full start as a pro, and I thought played pretty well. So at least we have that as like a contingency, right? It's not like Jordan Morgan was our full-time starting right guard, and now we don't have anyone, and it's a problem. We still have Sean Ryan. They were rotating anyway, so hopefully he gets healthy soon, but maybe could be placed on IR. We'll see what happens. Luke Musgrave, a new addition here, quadricep injury, limited. Again, haven't really seen much of him this season. We did see last week he made a horrible attempt at a run block, which then resulted in Emmanuel Wilson being tackled by pretty much Luke Musgrave in the backfield for a loss of 4. So I want to see more out of him. Also want to see the Packers put him in a better position to utilize his skill sets to make his mismatches even better. Josh Myers, shoulder injury, same as last week. Again, limited, not a big deal. We see Jaden Reed, calf/quadricep, and even below him, Zach Tom, quadriceps. A ton of quadriceps, 4 of them on this injury report. So Jaden Reed's injury the past 2 weeks was the calf, so added quadricep here. Those two muscles are linked. I'm sure it's the same legs, so something to monitor, but at least it was limited. It wasn't a did not participate today. Last week we saw did not participate, but it was mainly to give him rest. So the fact that he didn't even need rest today, that's a good sign. Zach Tom, quadricep, limited, has been one of the best tackles in the league so far. I think he's been one of the only tackles without allowed a single pressure. I believe PFF also has Lane Johnson, but it was clear as day. He allowed a pressure and a sack week 1 against Rashawn Gary, but I digress. Carrington Valentine also returned to practice today. We saw him not practice at all last week and didn't play with that ankle injury. Great to see limited here today. This shows me that, without any setbacks, tomorrow and Friday, Carrington Valentine will be available for this game on Sunday, which obviously we need him, I think. The Vikings have a lot of talented receivers. Maybe Addison returns. Obviously, you're highlighting Justin Jefferson, and Jalen Naylor has really stepped up, so going to need all the help we get. Moving to the Minnesota Vikings injury report, let's run over this one real quick. Speaking of Jordan Addison, we see him at the top here, ankle injury limited, so likely will be available for this game, bearing any setbacks. Garrett Bradbury, ankle, did not participate. So Bradbury fighting an ankle injury, and the fact that he's going to have to go against Kenny Clark this week, which every single time they match up, Kenny Clark has a monster game. So Kenny Clark hasn't been great to start the season. If he's going to have a breakout, it's going to be this week, and he should be able to dominate Garrett Bradbury, who's hurt. And we'll see if he even ends up playing. I kind of want him to, just because Kenny Clark always has his number. We see Jonathan Bullard there, defensive lineman, knee injury, limited. Sam Darnold, knee, full. Great to see. Did not want to see Sam Darnold hurt when I saw him go down after that roughing the passer. I want the Vikings at full strength, and of course, you never want to see injuries. And I want to see Sam Darnold against this Green Bay Packers defense. Camus Grugier, Hill, linebacker, knee, limited. Josh Oliver, tight end, wrist, limited. We see Ivan Pace Jr., linebacker, ankle, did not participate. He was a great linebacker for them last year. Not exactly sure how he's been doing this year so far, but something important to note there. Dallas Turner, edge, knee, limited, and Jay Ward, safety, knee, did not participate. But the Vikings also held a walkthrough practice today, so all of these are estimations, so you can't take them with too much weight. So that does it for the first injury report here in week 4, Packers versus Vikings in Lambeau. Very excited for this game. The Vikings are at the top of the NFC North right now. Can't say any of us expected that. I doubt Vikings fans even expected that through the first 3 games that included San Francisco, Houston, and now heading to Green Bay to take on the Packers. They could still remain at the top of the NFC North. I think it's going to be a big test for not only Matt LaFleur going against a much better defense than Tennessee, than Indianapolis, but Jordan Love. If he does return, is he going to rebound off of a iffy performance there in week 1? I would hope so. I think that's going to happen. And I also think Matt LaFleur, like I said, is going to have a great game plan written up. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I appreciate you guys coming by to the video. I'm doing an NFC North Roundtable tonight, so probably right when this video is uploaded, I'll almost be live on there, so make sure to go check that out. But I'll catch you on the next one, and as always, go Pack Go.